gentlemen, D Lyman crew, we're back. We are back with another.
HSA, hospitality service
No,
announcement.
yeah, yeah, hospitality, yeah, service announcement. Yes, that's what we're here for. Because I need all the clients to come to the front, please. All
Yes.
come to the front. Um, we have something we need to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the hours of operation. Let's talk
Ooh.
about it.
Yes, please.
So I know a lot of times people are under the impression that the hotel is 24/7. So therefore, the sales and events department is working 24/7. I'm here to announce that we're not.
No, we're not.
Just like when you call the doctor's office and they tell you hours of operation, the sales and the events department is the same exact thing.
Yep.
When you sign a contract and the contract's like you need to have your final details submitted 5 to 7 days prior to your event,
Mm-hmm.
that's there for a reason. Number one, just like you go to work and you have a schedule every week, our team has a schedule that they have to abide by.
Mm-hmm.
We have these things called budgets.
Ooh. What? What?
We have this thing called labor costs. We have this thing called yearly and quarterly budgets that we have to abide by. So when you sign the contract and you say on this such and such date, this is the amount of people that you're going to have, this is the amount of staff that we schedule accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you decide to call on a Friday night at 10 o'clock at night because you want to make a change to your function that's happening the next day, that's not going to work for us.
No.
Why, you ask? Okay. Those that staff that's already scheduled, they already have their families, they're already in bed at home preparing for the next day. Everyone's in bed home preparing for the next day. So no one's going to get your message, number one. Number two, on the day of the event, again, it's in your contract and on your signed event orders. On the day of the event, if you decide to make any changes to your function, there is a charge of $500. Why, you ask? You know what? I told a client this the other day
Mm-hmm.
because he was actually having a challenge. He was throwing a function. He originally contracted for 500 people, but his RSVP did not turn out from his previous function, didn't turn out this year. So, all said and done, he was only up to 135. So, obviously, he was in attrition. So, basically, he owed the hotel money because
Mm-hmm.
you signed a contract to a food and beverage minimum and you didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And he was venting to me that he was upset that his people weren't RSVPing. And I told him a statement that I actually live by. And I said, quote, your lack of planning does not make it an emergency on my part.
Boom.
This is this is a client who actually told me, oh my God, Lisa, can I write that down? I'm gonna use that. Yeah. And that applies for everyone in life in
Yep.
general. Your lack of planning does not make it an emergency on mine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we have on the day of the event, if you make any changes, it's gonna cost you $500 to make any changes because we plan. So therefore you need to plan. So my suggestion is anytime you're having a function, if you're not sure, hire a planner. We are not planners.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So hire a planner to help you plan. All we do is facilitate a facility for you to have your function. And if you getting food through the hotel, we're facilitating the food that you order through the hotel. That's the extent of what we do. If you need a planner, I suggest you go to planners.com. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but I suggest you do it. We're not planners. So that actually, hospitality service announcements was a couple of things wrapped up in one.
Yes. Can I
I don't even know what we're going to call this
can I
one.
also add, like you're saying, the
Yes, you
other
may.
reason too where we need those guarantees is the fact that the food has already been ordered. So now when you come in,
Oh, it has to be ordered.
right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So if you are increasing your number by 50 people, whatever amount, 5, 10 people, that's but if you are select, because the thing about it is just because the hotel has a restaurant, just because the hotel serves food, the banquet food is separate than the hotel food. There are certain items that the hotel is not providing restaurant clients. So that's why the banquet items are a little bit different, because those things have, we have to make sure like whatever you selected for your menu, it's a recipe attached to it that we have to get those ingredients. Not, we don't serve those things all the time 24/7. So that's another thing too. So if you come to 10 p.m. and you want to say, "Oh, I have 50 more people," where they going to eat?
Nope. And not only that, what people don't realize too, the restaurant works on what they call covers, right? So what they look at is last year numbers and say, based on April 11th last year, we only had an average of 30 people come through the restaurant. We had 30 covers. That's what that means. So what in turn means is that in May 11th, 2024, we're only going to order maybe 35 people
Mm-hmm.
that might come to the restaurant. And that's all the food that they're going to keep in the fridge
Mm-hmm.
is for 35 people to potentially come through the restaurant. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We do not have an unlimited
Supply,
fridge. We don't have
yes.
an unlimited grocery store. We do not have an unlimited farm out in the backyard. No, with horses and
Yeah.
cows and chickens and birds. We don't have that fish ocean. We don't have an ocean in the back. We can just go fish these fishes out for you.
Now
We can't
the
do that.
hotels that do have that, God bless them. But the majority of
Oh yeah.
hotels, unless they're destination resort, that's what they do every day. Most of the times
Only
they,
resorts, yeah.
right. Most of the times they don't. And the thing about it is, hours of operation work, because if not, you would be calling us 24 hours. We have a family and we have things that we need to do as well. Do we
What's
not?
that?
Do we not?
That's my check we do.
I mean, I'm just,
Okay.
yeah. So those are
All right.
SSA hours of operation, also apply to hospitality salespeople.
Yep, it's on just
Holidays,
like the doctor.
federal holidays, office is closed.
It's closed. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us for another hospitality service announcement. Have a wonderful day.
Yes.
Please respect your hospitalities and tip your
There
waiters.
you go.